Everybody, it's Chris over at Dixieland Farm, and something about me wearing Mickey Mouse just makes me look better, even though I've got a waddle. This is what happens when you turn 40 something.
You turn handsome, is that what happens?
Well, luckily I've been drugging Marissa. She's just out of surgery, and she's obviously not lucid. How do I look, baby?
You look gorgeous.
See? I haven't shaved either. I'm gonna shave tonight. I swear. I promise. But yeah, it, it says that I've lost 18 pounds. If I'm doing my math right.
I don't do that.
60. But no matter until I'm anorexic looking, this will be here because that's what 40 does, and this angle too. I really, when I was a news photographer, we shoot everyone up this way. Ready, watch. See, now my neck looks fine, but then you notice all the crap on the table, and oh, look at this. Now I'm Orson Welles. Oh, there. All right, so I'm gonna stand back and tilt to make it less gross on my neck. Hey everybody, it's Chris over at Dixieland Farm, and today's topic is audio memory. I'm going to be doing a couple of these things. They all are all interrelated, but this is, I guess, part of my sound advice series. Audio memory, what are you talking about, Chris? Well, when you're trying to compare equipment or sounds of things and just in general, we have an audio memory, and it is surprisingly small. I can't get a full consensus, but at best it's 8 seconds. At worst it is 0.2 seconds. And what does that mean? Well, you listen to a piece of music and you listen to the same piece of music that is somehow different. And when you're trying to compare and contrast, if there is a large pause, so let's say you've changed out equipment and you want to see which sounded better. If there's a large pause, your audio memory starts getting influenced by lots of things. And this is something that you cannot overcome. As a human being, this is one of the things that we have to deal with. You thought you heard something, and then your mind gets involved, and now you've heard something different. It just happens. There's nothing you can do about it. This is physiological. This is why I'm bringing this up. So if you are comparing, let's say, an expensive cable, and you have listened to a piece of music, and then you've taken out your normal cable and you put in this expensive cable, that audio memory is not going to work. You are now influenced by confirmation bias, expectation bias, all things that I'll go into different topics later on, but it's very boring stuff, but important to understand. Unless it's an auto switch between the two to compare, your ears are not equipped to handle that. Now it's in your mind, and your mind is faulty on these things. So when you are listening to, I was having problems with my turntable, right? And I was listening, and then I was going away, and then listening again. I couldn't make a proper comparison until I ran the program, until I ran an ABX program, which plays sample A, sample B, and then an unknown. And I've got to match up the unknown to which one it is. And that kind of proves I can hear a difference and consistently. And with my specs that on my turntable noise that I was getting from Rumble, while it was measuring different, audio-wise, I could not hear what the difference was. So on specs it was bad, but in real life it wasn't nearly as bad. The samples sounded the same. And the only way I could do that was through audio memory. So when Michael Fremer showed the two videos of his $150,000 turntable to the $3,000 turntable, if there's a pause long enough between the two, you can't compare, and other things start influencing. So if you take the samples, which is what Paul Crockett P-Dub did, and kind of back and forth really quick, now you can pick out the differences much more reliably. So that's it, audio memory. When people are talking about changing out equipment, unless you have the facility to change out equipment instantaneously, your audio memory is going to be faulty. Again, this has nothing to do with you as a person, as a spirit. It has everything to do with you as a organism. Which is why speaker manufacturers, there's this one speaker manufacturer or whatever, they have a system that will bring out one speaker and then within a second bring out another speaker on this rotating, dolly track platform thing. That is the only way that you can hear the difference between the two speakers. Otherwise, it doesn't work. Same thing with buying equipment. If you're trying to compare the sound of one record to another, by the time you've taken off that record and put on the other record, it is gone. You can't compare properly because of our audio memory. So what can we do? Well, the only thing we can do is have a friend there to switch things really quickly. And even switching things, you've even seen demos online, like with Rocky Mountain Audio Fest or whatever. And again, this will go into expectation bias, confirmation bias later on. But a guy unplugging a cable and then taking another cable and plugging it back in and setting up the thing, and okay, here's sample 2. We can't compare. It's already destroyed. 0.2 second, realistically, it's probably 1 to 2 seconds. Though I've seen people state all the way up to 8 seconds that were reliable enough. And if something is awful, I mean, we obviously can tell. This has got a bzzz, and that's sounds nice, or this is really tinny, and that that's okay. But when they're closer, that audio memory is very quick. Unlike our eyes, which humans we're more for the eyes. That's what we're wired for. For the things in the jungle, and we can spot differences a lot more reliably with our eyes. And that doesn't have that kind of a delay, interestingly enough. So, what have we learned? Very little, but we've learned that if you want to shoot yourself with a camera and not have a waddle, shoot from a high angle. We've learned that. I look good in a Mickey sweatshirt. We've learned that as well. And maybe a little thing about audio. Okay, everybody, take care.